Hi, I'm Mike Swanson from the Law Practice Channel. Today you'll meet Tom Mateer and hear about an innovative law firm marketing program called Ask the Lawyers. Stay tuned. Well, I think we can all agree that in the current COVID environment, knowing how to do video marketing is even more important than it was before. So to help us learn about that, I've invited Tom Mateer to join us. Tom, thanks for coming in today and joining us.
Oh, Mike, it's so good to be with you.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to talking to you today.
See, I said thanks for coming in because usually we're in a studio talking, but we came together on Zoom. So,
well, this is perfect because in this COVID environment, this is how we're doing it now. I'm standing in my basement while I'm talking to you because I can't open an office, you know.
I hear you. So, Tom, you created something called Ask the Lawyers, and I think it's a really interesting concept. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I sure can. I do, Mike, as you know, I've done heavy focus groups for years and years and years in all of my cases. And at the end of every focus group, if I had a little time, I'd ask them, well, if you were going to hire a lawyer, how would you do it? And what I found out is that lawyers are doing it wrong. We've all been doing it wrong as to how to market ourselves in an efficient and cost-effective way. When you say to somebody, you know, if you're going to find a lawyer, what would you want, or how would you go about it? They say, well, I'd want a referral. Well, who would you want a referral from? Well, I'd want to ask a lawyer, hence the name. And so I also found out, I said, well, now pull out your phone or your laptop, whatever you're going to use to find the lawyer. And what are you really going to do? Well, they're going to go to Google. And now we find out they can't differentiate anybody from anyone else. They just don't know. And the thought process is that a lot of folks want to be able to do some research. They don't want to have to go meet a whole lot of lawyers. What they do want to do is be able to see lawyers, talking to them on video, telling case stories, telling about themselves. Why do you practice law? Why do you do what you do? Let's meet some of the people in your firm. Why should I trust you? You know, many of us, Mike, have the experience of a new client comes into the office and they sit down after the introductions, and the first thing they say is, you know, I'm not the kind of person that would ever sue, but my wife is really hurt. Well, that's a validation that they're looking for. Is it okay that we're here? Now, if we put on video and make it accessible to them, case stories of cases like theirs, now they're being validated. Now they get to know who you are. So I thought to myself, all right, I need to be over here on the side of the river with all of the clients and select the best of the best lawyers. In fact, we have a standard for membership at Ask the Lawyers, which is that some other lawyer must swear they personally would hire you to represent their family, no matter what area of the law it is, because we think that's the highest standard. And so we have a phrase, we say, choose a lawyer that lawyers choose. Now for clients, it's a wonderful place because they can go to askthelawyer.com and they can see us on Facebook and all sorts of social media, Instagram, YouTube, all those places, and be able to have a meeting with the lawyer. Now we have news anchors that do interviews. Because, you know, we need third-party validation. We need to have real evidence of competency. But the other thing is you'll probably not be surprised is that not every client wants the most experienced lawyer. Sometimes they want a young lawyer who's very energetic or somebody that just is somebody that they really like. And that's primarily how they make their decisions. So we put together the Ask the Lawyers platform, and it allows every lawyer that joins us to have so many videos a month, to have what we call legal briefs, so that if there is an event that you need to have broadcast right away. An example would be a client who represents a cruise ship passengers who get hurt. And we find out that the cruise ship is having some kind of problem out in the Caribbean. And of course, people are texting back and forth to the mainland, talking about all of this. this attorney heard about it and said, you know, I need to have Ask the Lawyers act immediately and put out a legal brief about what the standards are for cruise ship protection of its passengers. And we were able to cause that to happen with the news anchor. It happened within about an hour's time. And now people on the cruise ship can get to their phones. They can see that there's an attorney already, not hustling business, but giving them information about what their rights are. And as a result, that our particular member got quite a bit of work out of that. And that, of course, would happen with all sorts of events that are happening that are newsworthy. So we've put together something that allows each lawyer in this COVID environment to have a presence on social media. Now, here's another thing about it. You know, we're all so busy, and I've designed this company to kind of answer my own problems. Like, I'm too busy to do these things. I can promise myself I'm going to get an Instagram message out, or I'm going to get on Facebook myself, but it's different.
So Tom, does a lawyer have to have a lot of experience in video and go out and buy cameras and equipment or things like that? Or what kind of help do you provide on that?
Oh, we provide the equipment that they need, including the lighting, the cameras. We provide guidance so that you know how to light it, you know what the subjects are. We'll help you put your interviews together, including the scripting. And we do interviews. So we have, you know, there's a time to be informal, like we might post something on our own Facebook page. Right. But there's a time to be recognized as being an authority, and having someone that is able to designate that you're an authority and to help you establish your expertise. Now, you need to demonstrate that, but you also need somebody to guide you there. And so what we do is we have the staff, we call it concierge level service, so that we'll get things set up, allow that there's a specific time for you to come to your computer or to your camera, and we will do a 5 or 10 minute interview. Now we have it. It's been captured. We will then edit it. We may put in some B-roll, other footage, photographs, and things. And now it's a full production, and it happens for you while you're off working or taking a deposition.
Nice. Yeah, the beauty of delegation and outsourcing the technical stuff. It's nice to be able to do that. Well, Tom, if people lawyers watching this have questions, want to learn more about that, how would they get in touch with your team?
Well, they can go to the website, askthelawyer.com. That's askthelawyer, plural.com. And just or send an email to beastar@askthelawyer.com.
Very creative. Not only are you building this great trial team, practicing law all across the U.S., but now you've developed one more way that you're helping plaintiff lawyers, the good ones, get discovered and so they can help people. Thanks for joining us today and for telling us about it.
Thanks so much, Mike.
You bet.